Welcome back to the stage of history.
Okay, Bethesda live stream part 2, sort of reacting to Jake Clips and E-Man's video. I also want to give an apology to the devs. Can you imagine that? Yeah, right. I take nothing back what I said. Personally, I think from the Jake Clips video, he was saying this, let's all be happy-go-lucky guys, you know, and never challenge anything and not give negative comments. Using jobs he's had in the past as an example, saying if you child services, if you go into someone's house with a shitty attitude, they're just going to kick you out, and that's fine. But this isn't child services, this is ESO. People have been ignored for a long time on this game. Everything they say gets censored, removed, and deleted, so they can't give feedback half the time. So, yeah, if people have a negative comment, in my opinion, should be heard, seen, taken into consideration, even if they don't want to reply to it. Anyway, that should be still counted. People don't have to be positive if they don't want to. That was my little gripe with that. And the reason why is, let me just give you a little example. Let's say you're just starting ESO, paid for all the DLCs, then you level 7 different characters because you want the full ESO experience. You level 7 different characters to level 50. Obviously, you're probably leveling 2 skill lines, whether it be 2H and an eye staff for your back bar. If you want to use other skill lines for each character, you're going to have to level all those as well. Sword and board, dual wield, you know, whatever. Then you're going to move on to skill lines, and you're going to have to do Mage's Guild, Fighter's Guild, Werewolf, Vampire if you choose to, Undaunted, Strategic Order, Dark Brotherhood, Scriben, and that's a considerable amount of time in itself. And with Scrying, obviously you got them leads that are, some of them are just annoying as fuck to get. Then say you do some leveling with your friend in Black Rose Prison or Skyreach for your champion points, and once you get to 160, you might continue doing that, or you might want to go and get some perfected weapons. But then you've got to learn all the mechanics for Dragonstar Arena or Black Rose Prison or Atron, or Maelstrom, or you know, and there's more as well. I just can't remember them off the top of my head. They're just the ones I remember to get you perfected weapons. Then you might want to go into trials, and you've got to learn all the mechanics for that. Obviously, you're going to have to learn everything, and then you're going to have to learn how to keep your resources up. Not standing stupid, all about mechanics, you know. You probably have to watch a few of them videos. Learn rotations, learn like anti-cancelling, etc., etc. The list goes on. Then when you come out of that and you've farmed all sets from that, you might want to go into Battlegrounds, and you're going to have to learn the whole game again because someone's attacking you constantly. You're not just standing there hitting AI. You've actually got a player attacking you, so then you've got to learn how to deal with that and learn how to keep your resources up and use some of your PvE rotations to some extent. But then obviously you've got to do that on each character, which is a considerably more amount of time you've got to spend. And you got to get more champion points to be able to compete in PvP and not just get stomped. You know, you'll start winning 1v1s, but then you've got to learn how to 1v2, and you've got to learn how to 1v3, and so on and so forth. And in between all that, you're going to have people popping in and out of cloaks, so you've got to learn how to use the tech pots. You're going to be getting stunned and immobilized, so you might have to use the movables and learn when to use them so you don't run out of resources and die. Then you might start 1vxing, or you might bump into a group of people you like to play with, and then start ball group, and then you've got to learn the whole game again from a ball group perspective, and learn to move with a group, keep other people's buffs up as well as your own. You know, if you play support or healer, and learn when to use your ult on a support or healer to keep your team alive, separately from when they're using their ult to kill people. Follow a crown, listen to a crown, listen to callouts, or you might be the crown and you got to give call outs, that's like, there's so much that you have to learn. So from that, people have been doing that for 10 years since the game has been out, and they've given opinions and been censored or ignored. So yeah, if people who have got a shitty comment after going through all that, fucking right, they're allowed it. And that is what it is, you shouldn't be trying to police that. Nothing wrong with wanting everyone to be happy-go-lucky, but in my opinion, if no one ever challenged anyone and everyone was a nice guy all the time, nothing in the world would have changed or got done, Uh, so yeah, that's my take on that. I was watching the E-Man video and he was sweetening the situation up about Brian, putting himself in Brian's shoes and saying, if I worked on the game 8 hours a day, I'd probably not want to see or hear anything about ESO after, and that's fine. But my take on that is, and I think this should be part of the job description. So whether you're a veteran player, whether you're a dev, whether you're a new player, or whether you're someone that's just come across this video going down the YouTube rabbit hole, and you're interested by it, pull out a stopwatch. Whether it be one physically, one in your hands, one on your phone, one on your PC, it doesn't matter. Just pull out a stopwatch. And then I want you to go to YouTube, type in ESO PVP Templar build, and then start your stopwatch and press enter. Have a good look through, take your time, watch the thousands and thousands and thousands of videos people have made for others on this game to use. Have made, build videos, sorry, they've made for other people to use, so they don't have to try and test things. They've already done it. Some people do it for views, some people just like to help others, or some people like me make the videos so that other people can come in and have a good row without having to put all that effort in, without having to test all the stuff. They can just jump in and have a good scrap. They might talk to you, they might just have music playing, whatever, but just take your time, watch 2 or 3 videos, take your time, find a build you like, watch how the person's play it, sort of get an idea how they do their rotation. Then when you're done, stop your stopwatch, come back to the comment section and type in it how long it took you to find a build. And that's how long Brian could have took for the Bethesda stream that he knew he was doing. That's how long he could have took to prepare. Maybe even an extra half hour to duel the people that he was doing the stream with to get up with the times. I don't think that's much to ask. Like I say, I think that should be part of the job description once a month, taking the time out to look at the metas that you have created and make sure they're not completely broken, or make sure that people aren't healing to the point where the other players can't do any damage. But yeah, I think you get my point there. I don't think that's a lot to ask. I don't think that's being an asshole or being too negative. Again, though, that's just my opinion. You don't have to agree with it. You don't even have to continue watching this video. You can just turn it off now. And that's the beauty, innit? That's the beauty of it, innit? You don't have to do anything. So yeah, I think that should be part of the job description. Doing that, or these people aren't doing this for free. They could hire someone to do that if they didn't want to do it, if they're too busy to take 2-3 hours out to do that before a live stream. And that's constructive criticism as well. There's your constructive criticism. That was something else from Jake's video. That's something they could do for next time, or they could have better communication. On E-Man's video, he shows Cypher. I didn't know Cypher was streaming at the time, but I would have watched that myself. Again, no offense to Cypher. I'm sure he would understand what I'm going to say. Wouldn't take it to offense. if he said something about Fortnite, I'd listen immediately. I wouldn't even question it. I wouldn't even go and look at someone else's video because Cypher plays Fortnite like religiously. He knows exactly what he's talking about. Um, so in that respect, obviously I'd listen to him. But when it comes to ESO, I'm going to listen to someone that's been main gaming the game for a long time and they know what they're talking about. You know, people that have played the game longer than me, I'm going to listen to them. You know, and so should the devs, the people that actually take part actively and have done for a long period of time. They should matter, not anyone else. Uh, More constructive criticism. Going back to the Jake Clips thing, more constructive criticism there is, let's talk about what else he could have done. He could have played that same tank build, Brian could have, if he wanted to. But he could have just used some, if he didn't want to use SPC, if he didn't want to use Powerful Assault, he could have just used scribing skills from Gold Road and promoted them and buffed his team with them. Because they don't just, I think pretty much all of them don't just buff you, they do an AoE and they buff your teammates as well. Give your teammates minor force, more crit chance, berserk, courage, uh, brutality and sorcery, savagery and prophecy. So just the list is endless. You can give your teammates more heals, healing over time, shields, more resistances. You name it, you can do it. I mean, PK's comments are the same of what people have been saying for years. 40k heal tanks that are hard to kill, just annoying to kill. Again, you could have used a scribing skill. You could have said, right, this guy's hard to kill. Let's use a defile scribing skill that stuns to stop them heals. Someone could have put on a bow skill with defile on it, or someone could use afflicted or even Durdok's Bane to stop the healing of it. Maybe that's something to take in consideration for next time. E-Man also brought up the forums of their dev response saying they don't expect their dev team to have god tier gameplay. I can't remember seeing a video or any comments that have said that the dev needed to be god tier. The video I made said I expected them to go stomping, and anyone that knows, when you got group buffs, you are near immortal. That is what I was referring to. Anyone could do that. That group I played in, no one in that group, go back and watch my videos of my group play. I'm not trying to farm views. Go watch one of them videos. No one in that group was a 1v triple Xer. That was just a bunch of chill people that were average or maybe a little above average that came together and smashed 3 separate servers to pieces, and no one there was a god, yeah, so yeah, that was what I was referring to there. On the Jake Clips video as well, he was trying to say people forget things and stuff when they're live streaming, and I don't know. I think that's, even in the E-Man video, he was sweetening it right up, saying the same sort of thing. Or he might have been playing badly on purpose just to show new people that it's all right to die and stuff. I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true personally. I think he used a build that he thought was the meta, but it's just a little bit out of touch. And he could have just spent that little bit of time. What I said, if you've done the stopwatch thing and you've put the comment, or even if you haven't commented, I know some people don't like to comment; they just like to watch. But if you've put the comment there or you've got your stopwatch time, he could have spent that amount of time. That's how long he could have spent to prepare. He could have gave some people that make content for the game that he works on some views. You don't have to like, you don't have to subscribe, you don't have to donate. If you're doing it through Twitch. But yeah, you could have just give people that make content for your game a view. Been monitoring the game at the same time, monitoring metas, and had a better live stream without any of this annoyance, any of these comments that you don't want to listen to. So that's it from me. you think I'm just being an unreasonable asshole, let me know in the comments. See ya.
Bye bye.